Hey, welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you a very exciting collection coming from KBShimmer. It is their fall collection for 2024 called It's Fall Good. So this collection is going to launch on the KBShimmer site on September 15th. This is a beautiful 12-piece collection in a variety of finishes. We have flaky crowleys, we've got magnetics, of course shifty shimmers, and I feel like the overall color story of this collection is very like spooky late fall, which I think you all are really going to enjoy. These will be coming to the Beyond Polish site at some point, as well as other stockists. And if you didn't know already, I am a Beyond Polish affiliate. If you use my code RAE, R-A-E at checkout, then you will get 10% off your entire order there. I'll leave information for KBShimmer site as well as my Beyond Polish affiliate code down in the description box in case you want to shop. All right, this is gonna be a long video because I had so much fun just taking these polishes all around my house, outdoors, in the shade, indoors, everywhere to truly capture the beauty of these polishes. So buckle up, let's get into the swatches. So we're gonna take these in rainbow order, and I also tried to group them together by finish, kind of. This first one is Mull It Over, this gorgeous red shade. It has a burgundy colored base, a glowing red shimmer that also shifts to copper and burgundy at certain angles. I did throw in a few comparisons here and there, and this is one I have a comparison for. So this had a gorgeous formula. Fully opaque in 2 coats. I think even longer nail lengths are not going to need more than 2 for this one. It just applied so evenly, and you can see here on the second coat, it's so dang glowy. It's actually wild. Like, we're starting off with a bang. This one is so fire. If you love red polish, you will love this one. So fully opaque in 2 coats. Here's what it looks like with the glossy top coat in my studio lighting. You can see that red shimmer just glowing against that burgundy base. Here's what it looks like with 2 coats and a glossy top coat in sunlight, and you can see those shifts to copper there. And this is supposed to be like reminiscent of mulled wine with those clove and orangey notes, and I love that this has an orange shift to it. I think that's just perfect for the inspiration. In lower outdoor lighting, it kind of gave me like metallic-y feel, which was very interesting. I do love a red metallic. And then here's what it looks like in indoor lighting, like next to a window. Super vampy. Oh my goodness. I just couldn't get enough. It was a dream to work with as well. So the comparison that I threw in for mulled wine or Mull It Over is Core Values, which came from last year's fall collection. Base color wise, these weren't too far different, but the finish is very different. Core Values has a flaky finish where you can see the shimmer for Mull It Over is very fine. And then Core Values also has like a more goldy shift to it that Mull It Over doesn't. Up next, we have the namesake of the collection. This one's called It's Fall Good, and it's described as being a burgundy jelly base with a mix of metallic and micro flakes that shift from pinky red to coppery oranges. You'll see bold red and golden yellows. This one's, of course, inspired by changing leaves, and I totally see that inspiration. So this one had a great formula on that first coat. You can see it's really easy to work with. It's going on smooth and evenly, which means it would be really good to layer. It does have a tinted base, so you'd want to layer it over something similar, but very even coverage there on the first coat. The description states that 2 coats should be good for most people. I did build it up to 3 coats here and felt like that deepened the color just a little bit, as well as added a little bit of fullness and plumpness to the finished look, but I think it looked beautiful in 2 coats as well. So here's 3 coats with a glossy top coat. In my studio lighting, you're seeing kind of the deeper tones of this polish here. And then here's 3 coats with a glossy top coat in sunlight. Look at those shifts. Red, copper, gold, green, and yes, there's blue too. Like, gosh, this polish is so beautiful. I don't usually prefer shiny flakes, but this is undeniable. Here's what it looks like 3 coats with a glossy top coat in lower outdoor lighting, some shaded lighting. Beautiful here as well. Very leafy inspired. And then here is 3 coats with a glossy top coat indoors near a window. And you can really see those flakes sparkle. So beautiful. I had nothing like this in my collection, so no comparisons for this one. Continuing on with our kind of rainbow order, this one's hard to categorize because it is a multi-chrome. It's called For the Pun of It, and it is a vibrant multi-chrome that have shifts from red to rosy pink, golden yellow, burnished orange copper, as well as green. It is super, super shifty. This one had a beautiful formula, and you got a lot of coverage on that first coat. I was kind of surprised. I expected it to be a little bit more sheer, but it actually built up to full opacity for me in 2 coats. I would be very comfortable wearing it at 2 normal coats. I did build it up to 3 just in case you were curious, and I didn't really feel like that did a whole lot to change it. So between 2 or 3 coats, depending on your preference. Look how shiny. Oh my gosh. So shiny. So here's 3 coats with the glossy top coat in my studio lighting. I love the kind of olivey green you're seeing here, the red, the copper. Again, I'm just getting fall leaves. Look at the green. Like, it looks like a completely different polish second by second. It changes every second. Look at it in natural light. What? Oh, this one was a standout for me. Spoiler, it's so shifty. And I don't know if I've ever loved a multi-chrome so much. That's not my favorite finish, but this one I love the colors. I just think they're so saturated and vibrant and perfect for this time of year. And then in the lower indoor lighting, that's what you're seeing here against the window. Oh, the shine, the sparkle of those multi-chrome pigments, unmatched. So nothing like it in my collection. I did think it was going to be similar to Public Displays of Confection, and it kind of is, but like a more rich, saturated version without the holographic flakes. Public Displays of Confection looks super light and dainty compared to For the Pun of It, and it doesn't have the same like greeny kind of shifts. And this next shade is called Come Sip With Us. This one is a teal leaning slate blue base. It's got shifting shimmer and micro holographic sparkle. The shimmer is described as being rosy pink and shifting to copper, peach, gold, and green, and even showing some lavender and fuchsia depending on the lighting situation. So this one had a very satisfying jelly leaning formula, I guess more crelly leaning formula. It was smooth. Again, because it's so smooth, it will layer over a similar base color very well. But I would wear it by itself because it's so beautiful that way. I still had a decent amount of visible nail line in 2 coats. If your nails are really short, you might be good in 2, but I needed 3, and longer lengths than mine will definitely want 3 for this one. 3 coats did give me full opacity, and you're seeing that pretty rosy pink shimmer right here, and I love the dainty holographic sparkle. You know, I realized when swatching these, there isn't that much holo or that much shimmer in this collection, which is very different for me because I typically think of KBShimmer and I think of either their glitter crowleys or their shimmers and their shimmer holo combination polishes, and there's only a few of those. This one was done beautifully though. You can see here in the lower natural lighting, the green, gold, and fuchsia shimmer just kind of melts together, and here against the window in indoor lighting, oh my goodness. Like, can you believe this is natural lighting? So beautiful, so beautiful. And I don't even like teal. I don't even really like teal that much. So comparison time, I thought it would be kind of similar to Go Big or Gourd Home. In the bottle, they look close, but you can see Go Big or Gourd Home is much lighter in base color. Moving on to our reflective glitter polishes now. We have a couple of those. This one's called Flash Forward, and it is a beautiful, beautiful blackened blue base with intense flash reflective glitter. It's of the silver variety. And yeah, it's like a beautiful, like bright but deep cobalt blue. That silver reflective glitter really pops. Application formula for this was glorious. Really beautiful, smooth, and easy to work with. I really am enjoying KBShimmer's reflective glitter formula right now. It's just, since they redid it, it's just beautiful. This was perfect in 2 coats. I don't think anyone's going to want more than that, because if you do, it's just going to get a little bit on the chunkier side. And because this does have the reflective glitter, you're going to want to add a glitter smoother of some kind, unless you want it to be textured, as well as a glossy top coat. So here's 2 coats, glitter smoother and glossy top coat in sunlight. So vibrant and rich, and this one to me felt kind of Halloween, even though I more associate like purple with Halloween. The base color of this kind of toes that line towards being a blurple, and I thought it was like kind of eerie and spooky with the silver glitter, I guess. And then here's what it looks like in indoor lighting against the window. That silver reflective glitter, there's just like a kiss of it in there. It's really, really pretty. Oh, I loved this one. I actually ended up wearing it for a day as a full manicure. So I did compare it to Ripped Apart. You can see they are nothing alike. Ripped Apart is much more navy leaning, and then Flash Forward is more of like a cobalt blue. And then the other reflective glitter in this collection, and our first purple, because there's a lot of purple, is called Gummy A Break. This one has a rich purple base, and then it's got these gorgeous metallic shifting flakes that shift pink to fuchsia to orange to gold, as well as fine silver reflective glitter. So this one had the same great formula as Flash Forward. It kind of had a jelly leaning base, but built up really well for me in 2 coats. Again, I wouldn't recommend more than 2 for anybody, because I just think it's going to get a little bit thick if you do that. But 2 normal coats should give you full opacity, no problem. Those flakes spread themselves out evenly on their own, and they really, I mean, the silver reflective glitter just kind of adds a little something extra to this one. For me, the star of the show is definitely those flakes, and I love how they pop against that purple base. So here's 2 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. Again, because that reflective glitter, you're going to want a glitter smoother, otherwise you'll have a textured finish. And because of that reflective glitter, this one will be difficult to remove. I recommend soaking it off with clips. Here's what it looks like in sunlight. Aren't those flakes like wild? Like, they're so chunky and large. They're beautiful. This one's really, really pretty. I could see myself wearing this outside of the fall season for sure. Like, these kind of rich jewel tone shades look beautiful in winter as well as in the summertime. Beautiful. So here's shaded outdoor lighting, and then here's what it looks like in indoor lighting against my window. Yeah, really pretty. I love those pink flakes. So in my mind, Witch Please, which I think was a PPU shade a few years ago, Witch Please was going to be similar to this, but you can see the base is quite a bit lighter, and the flakes are more dense, and it does not have the reflective glitters that Gummy A Break has. The next purple in this release is called Tricked Out, and this one is another beautiful super shifty multi-chrome. It starts off as a deep purple, almost navy shade. You can kind of see that in the center there, and then it has so many shifts to pink, fuchsia, and even orange and green at certain angles. This one also had a really smooth, easy to work with formula. Some people may be good with this one in 2 coats as well, but I did feel again that 3rd coat deepened up the base just a little bit. Shorter nails, maybe 2, but for most, I think 3 is going to be perfect. So you can see on the 2nd coat here, we've got really good coverage. Yeah, maybe I would leave it in 2 coats. Depending on my mood. If I was in a rush, for sure. But I did feel like that 3rd coat gave me full opacity, and I thought it looked great in 3 coats. Yeah, this one's super purple. Lots and lots of purple with this collection. I bet you purple lovers are so excited. You'll have to let me know in the comments. So here's 3 coats with a glossy top coat in my studio lighting, and look at all those shifts. Purple, pink, you see that green there? Really beautiful. Here's 3 coats with a glossy top coat in sunlight. And like for the pun of it, this one has the same super, ooh, look at that gold. I forgot about that. So pretty. This one had that same super duper shiny finish to it, where it just sparkled in the sunlight. Of course, it's fantastic in lower lighting, which is what you're looking at here. And then here is what it looks like next to a window inside. Look how shiny. Oof, I love it. Really, really beautiful. We have a few really pretty magnetics in this release. This one's called Spectral Feeling, and unmagnetized, it looks like a blue-violet base, but once you magnetize, the background becomes black and it reveals some really glowy fuchsia flakes, and you see shifts to pink, orange, and purple. This one will, it will layer well over black if you just want to do one coat of black, and then this on top. That would probably look beautiful, but I'm going to show what it looks like. 3 coats, magnetized on every coat, because why not, with a horseshoe magnet. This is a 30-pound magnet. So do I need to say anything? Like, is your jaw on the floor? Because mine is. 3 coats gave me full coverage when I magnetized every coat. If you didn't, though, I think you could leave the first coat unmagnetized and then just magnetize the second coat. So here's what it looks like with that velvet effect. You see a lot of blue and purple glow from this. Those pink flakes are so pretty. And then when you turn your hand at certain angles, you get like a black base. Really dynamic, super shifty, eye-catching, and never dull. So on my middle and ring finger, you see it with the velvet effect, and then pointer and pinky show it with the cat eye effect. I did 2 normal coats for those nails and then magnetized the top coat. Like I said, this one was just so captivating. Both of the magnetics in this release, I could not take my eyes off of them. They were just satisfying and interesting and so fun. I'm showing it in all the lighting situations again. This is lower shaded lighting. And then this is 3 coats, glossy top coat in indoor lighting near my window. This one I maybe preferred with the cat eye effect, although the horseshoe was really beautiful. I feel like the cat eye effect really shows off those pink flakes, and they're so fun. I loved those flakes. And then there's one more stunning magnetic in this release, and it is Charmed Life. This one has a black base, and when you pull that magnetic pigment inward, you get to see a vibrant fuchsia that shifts to rose pink with touches of golden lime. You also see some microflakes in here that shift rosy pink to peach and gold. This is going to be the same kind of formula as the one we just looked at. Might be good in 2. I went in for 3. You could also layer it over a black base and get something, a similar look and save your polish if you wanted to. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I love black polish, especially this time of year. And this one was so bright and fun that, again, wouldn't just wear it this time of year. I'd wear it around the holiday. Well, not around the holidays maybe, but January. It's not super festive for the holidays like Christmas, but, maybe in January, maybe in the summertime. Really pretty. So here's what it looks like. 3 coats, all with the velvet effect. Again, this one is beautiful with the velvet effect, but I feel like it's just as beautiful or maybe even prettier when you do a cat eye effect. So same thing, ring finger, middle finger are velvet, and then pointer finger and pinky finger are cat eye effect. The cat eye effect really brings out those rose gold flakies. They kind of remind me of crushed fall leaves, but you get to see that with the velvet effect too, just only at certain angles. Here's what it looks like outdoors in sunlight. I love the golden shift with this one. It is described as being a pink magnetic, but it felt very purple on me too. I guess just because a lot of times you do see a purple shift. Maybe it's just the purple against the black. That might be it. And then here's what it looks like in lower outdoor lighting. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a lot of footage of these. Like I said, I just was taking them everywhere and I was having a blast showing them off. And then here's what it looks like in indoor lighting near a window. Just never get tired of that velvet effect. It's like peekaboo. So pretty. 3 more. This one is called Night Shift, and this one is supposed to mirror the midnight sky. It's got a deep black base that shifts to a warm purple hue. See, more purple. It's got shifts to green, silvery charcoal, and cool toned purple. It also has micro holographic glitter that I want to add did not make this difficult to remove for me, but I didn't keep it on super long. So really beautiful, satisfying, easy to work with formula here. Smooth, good coverage. Yeah. Some people might be good in 2 coats for this one. I did feel like that 3rd coat deepened it up and made it super duper even. So that's my preference. But if your nails are shorter, you might be okay with this one in 2 coats. So what I felt like made this one really interesting is the warmth in that purple base, as well as the kind of goldier shifts, which you're going to see here in just a minute. And the holographic glitter really sparkles. It truly does look like a midnight sky. So here's 3 coats with the glossy top coat in my studio lighting, and you can see what I mean with that holographic. It's so pretty. Black and hollow. Just such a gorgeous combination, especially for like Halloween. I love it. Here's what it looks like in sunlight, and you can see that black base really pops. It's super rich and vampy, and there's that peak at the greenish gold shift, which again is just so interesting. Like purple to gold. I didn't even know that was possible. I definitely haven't seen it before. And then here's what it looks like in lower shaded lighting. Get to see more of that shift. And then here's what it looks like in indoor lighting near a window. I love that sparkle. I love it. Very mysterious. This whole polish has a very mysterious vibe. And I did want to compare this to Along for the Ride. They're similar. Along for the Ride has a base that is purple, but it's just a super deep dark purple, and it also has a shift to pink, whereas Night Shift has that greeny gold shift. Along for the Ride has larger holographic flakes, and Night Shift has tiny holographic. Moving on to a couple neutrals. This one's called Got It Covered, and it is a soft gray Crelly polish featuring a mix of black metallic and multi-chrome flakes. You're going to see the flakes shift from green and blue to aquamarine, as well as fuchsia, magenta, and orange. Whew, y'all know. KBShimmer makes a great Crelly. So if you're a gray polish lover, you're going to really enjoy this one. It had really beautiful coverage, and what I'd expect from a Crelly, it was good into, but I did feel like that 3rd coat, again, just added a little bit of plumpness and gave me a stronger pond effect from those flakies, which I'm never going to complain about. So personally, I would go with 3 coats for this one, but you may be good with 2 if you've got shorter nails than me. Yeah, this one was just so fun and unexpected. Because I don't know. I feel like, again, this one's just really, really versatile. I see it being beautiful in fall because of that gray, but in winter, I love blue tones and purple and gray polish. So I think it would carry over really well to winter too. Those flakes, I did want to note, dried with quite a bit of texture. Like they are super duper chunky. So I probably going forward would pair this with a glitter smoother as well as a glossy top coat. That might not be altogether necessary, but I think that would give you even more like plumpness to your final manicure and make it extra glossy and shiny and squishy. Oh, those flakes were really pretty. Most of the time I saw blue and green, like the aquamarine kind of color, but then that pink you're seeing here, I loved seeing that pink. And then the final polish in this release is called Dead Ringer. It is a jelly brown base, and it's got multi-chrome shimmer that shifts vibrant cyan, blue to earthy green to aqua to sapphire to indigo and almost purple. This one's going to be, it's my predicted bestseller from this collection. I just feel like this kind of combination, the brownie base, has been trendy for a minute with like a strong shimmer. And I feel like last year it was brown base with like a pink shimmer or a purple shimmer. And this year it's brown base with a green or blue shimmer. There's something so like eerie and chilling about it that I think, again, perfect for Halloween. Just the contrast between that warm base and the cool shimmer. It's like a little bit unnerving and I love it. 2 coats might be okay for shorter nail lengths. I did want 3 for myself. So here are 3 coats with a glossy top coat. In my studio lighting, it just shifts so easily. Like, I'm hardly moving my hand here, and it's green 1 minute, blue the next, teal the next, purple the next. Here's what it looks like in sunlight, and I love that she used a multi-chrome shimmer for this because you're seeing that sparkle on, especially like my pointer finger where it's a little out of focus. It just looks like shimmering water, and it's so pretty. Here's what it looks like in lower lighting, and I felt like the lower lighting really brought out the purple shift in the shimmer. Gorgeous. And then, of course, it was beautiful indoors as well against the window. I had nothing like this in my KBShimmer collection. I felt like this was really unique for them. Go KBShimmer. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of comparisons for this video, but I think that's a great thing. So that is KBShimmer's fall collection for 2024. It's fall good. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. Are you loving this collection? Are you someone who really enjoys these more spooky, deeper colors in fall? Personally, I am a like pumpkin patch kind of fall color girl. I really loved KBShimmer's bright saturated fall collection from last year, so this one felt a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. But once I got these shades on my nails, the formulas are so beautiful and the polishes were so fun. I kind of fell in love with them anyway. That being said, there were some definite standouts for me. Some of the polishes, once I got them on my nails, I just did not want to take them off. So I picked 4 top picks from this collection. My first top pick is the beautiful red Mullet Over. I knew instantly when unpacking this collection, when unboxing it, that this was going to be one of my favorites. I'm just a total sucker, despite loving the really bright, fun fall colors. I really love a deep vampy red all through fall, all through winter. It was such a chameleon on the nails. In some lighting, the base looked kind of blackened, but in others, it looked like a true red. Sometimes it took on kind of like a metallic-y feel, and it had that gorgeous coppery gold shimmer that brightened up the base a little bit, while still feeling like a true red. Like a lot of my reds that have a warmer shimmer start feeling like an orangey red, and this one does not. It's got that warm shimmer, but it still feels like a true deep vampy red. I was also completely in love with For the Pun of It. I'm not a big multi-chrome girl, but the shifts in this were just undeniable. I love that red and green shift. It just felt like, yeah, the shifts in here are just unreal. It's super sparkly, like the way that the pigment in here shines. It just catches the light in such an incredible way. But then it's beautiful in lower lighting too. There you get all those shifts. Yeah, this one is remarkable. Love it. Y'all know I have been loving that horseshoe magnet lately, and Charmed Life was so fun. It was fun with the cat eye look, but with the velvet look, oh my gosh, wow. It was another one I just had so much fun taking all around my house, getting it in every lighting situation, because it truly glowed no matter where you were. Again, the magnetic pigment just reflected the light. It just gave this gorgeous flash and sparkle. And those like rosy gold micro flakes in here were just a nice added touch. You just got like a peekaboo with them with the velvet effect, but with the cat eye effect, they really stole the show. And then another surprising top pick for me was Flash Forward. This one was a standout instantly when I unboxed the collection as well, because it's just such a vivid, bright shade of blue. And because it's so bright, I really like how the silver reflective glitters pop against the base. They're super sparkly, it's rich, it's saturated, and it had a great formula. So those were my favorites from It's Fall Good. Let me know down in the comments which of these you plan to grab. Again, all the links you need to shop and check out more swatches of these are down in the description box. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!